So a few days ago, a new video game from Avatar Studios dropped in a select few countries, but it turned out that the developers who designed the introduction of that game were inspired by a certain Deviant artist named Kakashi95 and their fan art. And it seems like that fan art went completely uncredited. Let's talk about that. Hey folks, my name is Antoine Bandele, your resident geek, giving you theories and discussion for all things Avatar, and today we'll be diving into the small controversy surrounding Avatar Studios' use of fan art in an officially licensed game. Special thanks to the members of my Discord for bringing this to my attention. If you want to join on, become a member of this channel by clicking the join button below this video. First off, what's the stolen art in question and where did it end up? In 2019, shortly after the release of the first Kyoshi novel, a user known as Kakashi95 posted several pieces of fan art for the Kyoshi novel. Most notable is the piece titled The Rise of Kyoshi, which depicts most of the major characters from the book, including Rangi, the Flying Opera Company, False Avatar Yoon, Kelsang, Heiran, Kyoshi herself, and Jinju. Now, many in the fandom are still unaware of who many of these characters are because modern society seems to be entirely allergic to reading. But for the fans of the book, myself included, I was quite happy to see that the recent release of the mobile game Avatar Generations depicted art of the antagonist Jinju in their intro. But what I didn't realize was how eerily familiar that piece of art was. Let's dive into Kakashi95's Reddit post to get the full story. I've been busy due to work and haven't been checking social media lately. Someone messaged me to check Reddit and I just found out there were posts concerning my fan art being used. I want to offer my stance on the issue so people don't misattribute anything back to me. I am perfectly fine with my fan art being used like this. No, they never contacted me. Drawing Avatar fan art is just one of my hobbies and I'm not doing it for money. I get my gratification from interacting with the fandom, reading comments, and paying tribute to the series. If anything, my fan art influencing the official art is the highest form of satisfaction I can have. Hell, I would design the characters for free if they would let me. LOL. I really appreciate people's concerns, but I personally rather not cause any controversy over this because I am happy with what happened. That said, I hope Nickelodeon or Avatar Studios does contact other artists if they do decide to use their fan art. There are a lot of passionate fan artists out there who are a million times more talented than me. They pour their hearts and soul into their work, and I'm sure they'd be just as ecstatic as I was to find out their work influenced official Avatar content. So yeah, that totally happened, and it goes even deeper than that. Avatar Generations isn't the only culprit using art that looks eerily familiar to the fan art created by Kakashi95. Apparently, the official artist of the novels, Rolang Chang, whose name I'm probably mispronouncing, and I'm sorry if I am, it's either Rolang Chang or Rolang Chang, so either one of those. This artist was given references of Kakashi95's work without knowing at all where the images were sourced from. In a DM between Chang and a fan, she notes that when she started work on the second of the Kyoshi novels, she was given references without knowing where those images came from. And lo and behold, those references came from Kakashi95's Deviant art profile. Now, while Kakashi95 doesn't care what they do with his art and he's doing it for the fun of it and is merely a hobbyist, we as the fandom do need to keep the folks at Avatar Studios honest and make sure this doesn't happen to other creators who do this for a living. This is, to me, completely unacceptable behavior that could have easily been fixed so long as the publishers and developers of these new Avatar stories reached out and gave credit at the very least. While legally, Avatar Studios, Viacom, Nickelodeon, or whoever are in the rights to do what they did, in the court of public opinion, it's a very, very bad look. And I want Avatar Studios to succeed, so I don't want to see this kind of behavior going forward. But with this story, I really want to hear from you all and the fandom on this one. We should note that while this reflects poorly on Avatar Studios as a whole, the decision to reference fan art might have only been decided by a handful of people or even just one person in the company. Personally, I think this is a bad look for the studio, and it put a lot of people in precarious situations, including the professional artists they hired to render these new images. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more Avatar content just like this. I'll catch you on the next one, and as always, peace, love, and remember, be water, my friends.